It's doing it again. No audio. I don't know what's going on with this. Hold on. It's doing it again. Okay, there's my audio. Let me see if I can do it this way again. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if it works this time.
You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People tease you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things, cool girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer assists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on.
Hey y'all, we're gonna hop right into this today. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go up here and say hi to some people, and then we're gonna hop into this. I wasn't going to come live, but this needs addressed. I am so fed up with these people, and we're going to talk about it. So let me get back up here in the chat right quick. Holy crap. There's a lot of you here already. A lot of you here. Hey, Jackson. Hey, Curious. Natalie and Tallulah. Mama Beauty. All Crime with Andy. Outlaw Trucker. Kathy P. I Hate Peas, The Phoenix, Laura A, Mystical Magnolias, LG, Solo Safari, Bad Apple. Is it Randana? I'm gonna screw that up. The Real Gigi. Oh, Kiki's coming. Lorraine, The Phoenix, Mocus, Kara. I Need Glasses, Really Bad. Sammy, Happy Life J, Banana Bicycle. Marcy. Sorry, I'm trying to catch some of the comments. Go Ask Alice. Lori Lou, Want a Piece of Me, Motherfucker. Miss Lee, Shopaholic, Quiet Storm, Sunny Days, T. Banana. Val, ASU Mom, Shopaholic Brittany, He might. He's watching motocross. We're getting ready to watch motocross. You never know what he's up to. Sanderella, Beth, Sugarfly. All right, I'm gonna not catch up. Denise, I got a lot of you. Skip to my Lou. All right. Holy crap. Hey, Hope, Denise, Drama Llama Mama, Cheerleader for Love, FBSI, Revival. Whoa. I know I missed some people this time. That's Jake. First Knob, Lotus. If I missed you, don't get mad. The Masked Angel, Carla. No, I Life Rewinded. You guys are amazing. Sharkbait. Jenny. Notorious. I hope everybody's feeling better. I know a lot of you have been sick. Nancy, Jessica. Oh, there's the C word going around again. C Star, Clemson, Girl, Shay, Kath K. All right, Pugs. Okay, I'm catching up. Tina. CJ's a mother. Holy moly. Sally. All right, Diamond Cutter. Cool Gamer, Functions by Radar. Keith, Kiki, Big Lips and Backflips. Just when I think I'm getting close. Muffin Mouse, Running Bear, Amethyst. All right, Rissa. I think I got most of you. J-Dub. All right, I'm catching up. If I missed you, I'll catch you maybe coming through. All right, we're gonna hop into this. So many of you know that you've probably seen all over social media because it's kind of been a big deal about AWP and the Jared Lysick situation. Well, people have been covering that, and as you know, I am here in Utah, and it's been on our news and things of that nature. Well, the county that is handling this is Santa Pete County. It's south of here, and they released the full statement of the victim. Now, I have not really covered this at all. I've talked about it just a tiny little bit. If you want to know more about that situation, I suggest you go follow Down the Rabbit Hole News. Rabbit is amazing and has been on this since the start of it. Ikmel has been following it, and that's probably the only two on this situation, or Duty Ron, that I would trust personally. But last night, yesterday, that information fell in the hands of Spanky, which that's what I call Justin of Justice for All, whatever the fuck his name is now. We refer to him as Spanky over here. That's just what I've always called him. I can't stand him. He's a slime ball, but we'll get into why I think that and why I'm here. So, and I'm going to show you guys some videos too. We don't just take my word for it. So what happened last night was he read the entire statement that was released, the report, to his audience. In that report contained the victim's information, which he showed to everybody, including her social security number, including her name. And then he even went into reading her entire statement. Now, this happened when she was a child. She is an adult now, but still doesn't matter. He didn't take the time and redact anything, not a single fucking thing. And these are children's and victims' advocates. It's not about being right in their eyes. It's about being first. But Justin doesn't work alone, and I hope you all understand that. Justin relies heavily on his mods, aka ICU, to send him information. So not only does this information usually pass through their hands one time, but there's multiple people that have looked at this usually. So none of them caught it or, decided that, oh shit, this is probably not smart. We probably shouldn't put that out there. But we're going to start with his apology. Then we're going to play a little bit of a Rabbit's video, which I've gotten her permission to do, so you can hear how she explains it. And then we're going to talk about a little bit of what Spanky has done in the 6 months of me being on YouTube. Molly, I'm sorry, you're going to need to sit down for this one. I'm sorry that you think this channel is all about you, but today it's not. It's never been about you, but I know this is going to burst your bubble that you're not the highlighted one today. Don't worry, we'll get back to you with regular scheduled broadcasting because your shit never stops. And buckle up because next week is about to get real interesting around here. Because there's some more facts that will be coming your way. Anyways, so that is what we're going to do. So we're going to start off with his apology video, and then we're going to go right down the hole. So if you are not subbed up to Down the Rabbit Hole News, please sub up to Down the Rabbit Hole News. I am specifically doing this to help get the word out that this is not okay and something needs to be done so this does not continue to happen. He needs held accountable in some way, shape, or form. This is a victim. This is a victim. This is a serious situation. Not only that, the county should be answering for a lot of this, why they didn't redact this victim's information and so on and so forth. But we're going to start with what we can talk about, and that is the mess that we call the misinformation cronies. People call them the tragedy pimps. People call them I call them the Stuart Smalley of YouTube, but let's get into it because it's disgusting. Trigger warning. We are not going to listen to the statements and stuff, but there is talk about it. So please understand if this content is triggering for you, exit now, please. All right. Ready for some more bullshit? You guys can see that. Okay. This is from today, too. He put this out. The video sat up for over 18 hours before he took it down. Meanwhile, his comment section was blowing up. Meanwhile, everybody was putting out videos asking him. Ikmel did a video and asked him to take it down or, fix the information. And it took him 18 hours. This mofo lives online.
Everyone, Justin Fraw here. I wanted to come out with a full-throated apology. Yesterday, I was reading a court document about Jared Lysick, the founder of Adventures with Purpose. I had just gotten the court document and was reading it the first time with you, live. I showed some private information that should have been redacted. I'm assuming this was an error on the court's behalf that they did not redact private information. Nonetheless, it's about what I do. I should have viewed the documents prior to going live. I'm sorry, and I take full responsibility on my behalf. I would never put anyone's information intentionally out, but on my own error, I did, and for that, I'm sorry. I took the video down this morning after finding out. As stated yesterday in the video, I stand with the victims and will always stand with the victims. I can't take responsibility for what everyone else put out yesterday, but I can with my own. Hey everyone, Justin Fraw here.
There's that. There's that little tidbit. And by the way, Justin, you would never put out somebody's personal information. I've got questions about that because you seem to be the first contact when somebody needed my personal information. But that's a different subject for a different day. I just figured I would let our audience know that you have a habit of being involved in people's information being put out. But here nor there. And again, this falls all under fair use guidelines. This is my opinion and my opinion only on what we are watching. So just so we cover our asses on all bases. Okay, now let's get into Rabbit's video. Give me 1 second. I got to pull that up. Oh, sorry, y'all. This is, you guys know how I feel about stuff like this. And this is one of those ones that I'm just holding my tongue as best as I can and being as nice as I possibly can. But it is, yes. Give me 1 second. I got to show you guys. And we're going to skip through this. We're not going to play the whole thing. So if you would like to watch the whole thing again, please go over to Down the Rabbit Hole News. Rabbit is amazing. We adore Rabbit over here. She is very factual and very focused on victims and doing the right thing. I appreciate her so much. Yeah. I agree with that, Meow. I agree with, there always has to be something with this crew. Do you see how it's all like There's so many things that I can branch off to with this shit, but this needs highlighted of what he did.
The court document, hearing and everything, right, with Jared Lysick and whatnot. I didn't read the court documents. I didn't go through them or anything like that. Part of it is because I felt like, as someone who had actually spoken to the victim of the crime, and not necessarily having a lot of contact with her, I felt some type of way about just reading documents. So today,
yes, another shout out for Rabbit. If she pops, she might pop in. She's always busy, but if she pops in, send Rabbit love. Please go like her video, subscribe. You know the drill. She is amazing, and she is one of the only ones that I can honestly say out here, like, as far as this type of content that she creates, she is so driven on the victims and doing the right thing always. I appreciate her so much. So down the rabbit hole news. Sorry, I've got to plug. This is one of the ones I will plug the shit out of. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. She's currently live. Okay.
I get a couple messages that Justin for All or Justice for All read these documents, didn't redact the personal information of the victim, which included her name, her last name, her address, her social security number, her phone number. All of this right here was provided to everybody. So all this information is out on Twitter now for people to kind of go and review this victim, go do and pull her background check on her, do what they have to do. This is ridiculous, guys.
I don't know if you guys understand what was in the documents. If you haven't seen them, again, I'm not going to be showing that. I think she shows Ikmail posted screenshots with blurred out stuff too, if you want to see that. The information is out there, unfortunately, and it's bad. It's her social security number. It's everything. Everything. And he's like, I take accountability. The first thing he freaking said in his apology was, well, the county, no. Back it right up. You have to have some sort of integrity, some sort of moral compass, some sort of brain. You knew exactly what you were doing when you were sitting there on live stream. You read this out, Justin. There is no fucking excuses for this. You put her information out. She is the victim. And now you guys put it out there so everybody can go screw with her now. I mean, this is why victims don't come forward, because of people like you.
Yeah. And they still haven't fixed it. I get it. So Utah uploads the documents, right? They put up there, it's not redacted. Her information's not redacted. It's up there on the website. It has her social, her phone number, her name, her address. I mean, you could probably, based on the information there, you could probably go and check her out. It is crazy. It is crazy. And he did not redact it. Like, it would be different because let me tell you, I felt some type of way about this. All right. And I could have reviewed it. But I said, I'm not going to, because I feel like I needed some level of permission from the victim. That's just how I felt. And I get it that Utah did not redact the information. I get that. But at the end of the day, you're that content creator, right? But what gets to me, it is not the first time that this man, okay, has done this. And I say it this way because it is very cruel, very cruel.
I want to show you guys something else right quick too. So meanwhile, the video is now down. He did take it down. Again, it sat there for 18 hours, but the video's down. But I want to show you something. Not only did he dox a victim with her private information, but this motherfucker profited off of doxing this victim. Notice his Cash App scrolling there across the bottom. Well, it's not scrolling because I have the video paused, but Crime Factor, Venmo, Cash App, Super Chats. Notice the super chat he was getting? What do you guys think about that? So not only did he re-victimize this victim by publicly putting all of her information out, he made money off of this. He made money off of exploiting another victim. And Rabbit just said, this isn't the first time. So we're going to talk about what Justin has done since I have been on YouTube. And what brought me to YouTube was Justin, part of Justin, because Justin was exploiting another tragedy. The Marvon McRae story. If you don't know what that is, this is basically what my channel has been about. None of the creators, it's been about what they've done to Marvon's tragedy, which again, there's so much there. They exploited Marvon's tragedy over and over and over again, which was not a true crime story to begin with, but they turned it into content and created a narrative and ran with this narrative for 6 months and lied to everybody about what the money was being raised for, what was actually going on. They lied to every single person. Justin has had months to go back and fix it, correct it, step away from it. He just keeps walking in and doubling down. Oh, no, it's all good. Not only that, during the Marvon story, Kylie Rodney went missing. When Kylie was found, Justin took photos of Kylie being pulled out of the water in the vehicle and unblurred those images so they could get a better view of a deceased child's body to find the location where she was so they could speculate some more. Not only that, he did this. 3 major things in 6 months. But let's back it up a little bit. We're missing right before I came in, they exploited the Summer Wells case, and he had a big hand in Jose. And there's a whole lot there that they don't want to fucking talk about. A whole lot there. But there's a lot of creators that don't want to talk about that. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to continue to talk about that. Not today so much, but we're just going to glass over how much he's been on YouTube for a fucking year. A year. He just celebrated his year here. Twin thing. Yeah, they did all sorts of shit to Jose. Then they did all sorts of shit to Dre. Then they did all sorts of shit to Kylie Rodney and drug her story out for months on end. Then Quentin Simon, Justin was a part of that. Don't forget. There's another huge thing that they exploited the shit out of. And then this. What are we doing? And this is okay with everybody. There's people in his chat, all of his little cronies, that just think this is acceptable. If you've ever been a victim, I want to see a 1 in the chat if you think that this is okay, that her information and her statements is out there, if it's okay with you, or a 2 if you're highly against what he did. 1 or 2. I'm almost positive what everybody's going to say, but there's some people that think that this is okay, that this is a true crime story and they're entitled to this information. I do not think that this is anything that is. They're defending him. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay. Just making sure that I'm not the only one. We're not the crazy ones over here. Everybody's pretty much on the same page. Okay. Just making sure, because there is no excuse for this behavior. Time and time again. It would be one thing if it was a one-time slip up. It would be one time. It would be forgivable if it was a one-time slip up. This is becoming habitual. And every time they need some sort of up the ante, shit like this happens. Because instead of trying to be right and accurate and sensitive to the case, they want to be first. They want to be the first one. Justin's got 30,000 subs. 30,000 subs. Hold on. Somebody got me the views on that video before it got taken down. By the time I got this at, this is probably, she probably took this at 2:00 this morning, and it had 5,000 views on the video. 5,000 people on top of, we all know it spreads like wildflower from there. If we have a troll, they'll get rid of them. 5,000 people now have that lady's information. Think about that for a minute. And it's way beyond that. Now, again, the county has a piece of this too. But at this point, you're up over 5,000 views already on that video, and it's still sat for quite some time. Yep. 5,000 people. Yeah. Yep. Justin's just as vile as the rest of them. I don't give a shit what you all think about his soft little, and the monotone, Mr. Nice Guy. It ain't there. That ain't him. That ain't him. He puts on a good face, but that ain't him. Yes, he's reading this and had chance. But let's go. We're going to continue with Rabbit's video some more. I just wanted to point out some things. Yeah, Twin, the distraction will be coming pretty soon because they got to get the heat off them. The heat is on them. And mind you, Justin's been on my, misinformation cronies all along. This has been just part of why we've covered Justin over here. Justin, just nights before he did this, was contacted by Molly Golightly for my personal information. Justin is not this little innocent mofo. Yes, he might not have talked to her on the phone, but Justin's not this innocent little person either. He's okay with giving out people's personal information, basically. The orange face guy, yeah, that's what he is. Okay, let's go back to Rabbit. Sorry. Enough of me talking.
We get that the information is readily available, but this is an actual crime. It's not a civil matter. It's a criminal matter. Do better. I'm mad, guys, because Jared Lysick's photo, Utah protected his mugshot. They didn't show the mugshot. They didn't want to show the mugshot to anybody, right?
Sorry, I gotta say it because I live here and I freaking can. Utah is a boys' club. It's a boys' club. They protect their own, and I'm sorry, they are not very good with advocating for victims, and I just got to be honest with it. But
when it comes to the victim, they get shit to none as it pertains to protection. So not only that, then you have these channels that proclaim to be true crime that don't know how to redact information. And they've been doing this a lot longer than I have. A lot longer. I am so mad. But the thing is, and I've called this man, I have called, thank you. And I'm not promoting that necessarily, but you know what? I knew the documents were available. I didn't come live. I didn't review the documents. I didn't want to do that. I gave you guys an update of what the court hearing was about. I knew the documents were available. I didn't want to do that to the victim, given that I had conversation.
Because Rabbit has a heart, Rabbit has a brain, Rabbit uses all of those things. I'm going to switch from this one. So just so you guys see her opening, this was late last night when she did this. But she followed up today and broke it down a little bit more. So we're going to go into that video now and just give a little brief of that because she shows a few more things. But please go over and watch Rabbit's content. Give her a thumbs up. Tell her you said hi. Rabbit is amazing. Again, y'all, she has busted her ass and always goes above and beyond to protect victims. She is spot on, in my opinion. Hold on, I gotta let a dog in too.
Yeah, guys. Ooh, I had to sneeze. Ooh. Hey Zoya. Hey there. Welcome. All the new people and the folks in the house. Shout out to you guys. Wendy. Shout out to Wendy. Who else did I miss? Caprice, of course. Amber. Shout out. Hey Harper. Apparently Brian. Everybody from Alabama. The screenshot on my community tab. And I went into the comments. And in the comments, I saw a lot of you guys that were there in those comments, basically saying, calling the shit out. And I want to thank everybody that called it out.
I second that. All of you out here that are going around and making comments and questioning these creators, that's what needs to happen. Thank you all for putting pressure on these people to do better, to continue to do better, and using your voices. It takes a village, and somehow, some way, this has got to come to an end. These people are careless, and they should not have a platform to continue to harm other victims. And that's what they're doing. They're re-victimizing victims and their families time and time again and exploiting them for financial gain. That is what it is at the end of the day. You cannot explain it any other way. It's cut and dry. It is what it is. I don't care if you like these people as a person. It's not a personal matter. It's what they do time and time again.
Because you guys weren't there to like cheer it on or anything. You guys applied that pressure. I want to let that be known. Because some of you guys that are out there actually support, like, here's the thing about the true crime community, okay? Because it to a certain degree, it is a community. And he did not delete it. Let's be realistic. He did not delete it. He just put it on private. How do I know this? Is because you ducked too slow. I'm just telling you, Justin, you ducked too slow. I was able to download the video. I was able to obtain the link because I said what I said in my community tab. I'm going to be contacting the judge and the district attorney, and I'm going to put that information out there because you're completely violating the ish. Not only that, the judge, the very first time, what did everybody get in trouble for, right? The bigger YouTubers. You cannot stream, right? So a lot of us weren't necessarily like, we're like, well, we can't stream. We get it. It would be different going live and you attend the hearing, which is what I did. I attended the hearing and I reported on it, right? I didn't say anything else. I did not share the court docs, even though I knew that they were going to.
Rabbit, if she ends her live and she pops in and she wants to come up, she is more than welcome to come up too. She knows, me and her talked. Anyways, but she is spot on. She is spot on in everything she is saying. Every freaking thing. He had so much time and he didn't take it down. He didn't delete it. It's on private.
Going to be up there. They were up there, whatever. I didn't do any of that because I said, well, I'm just going to give them the update on the hearing. The court docs were very sensitive. They had the exhibits of the victim's statement. It contained the her information, her social, her driver's license, her address, her phone number, everything was out there. So I sat there and I said, okay, like, everybody knows here in true crime, the skill set that you have, a lot of us do, you redact the information. You could, typically people read court documents. We've done it. We did the Koberger here, right? And they didn't even redact the address. And I was like, oh shit, I felt some type of way about it. But this specific situation right here lists the victim and her information and her statement, the witness statement that she wrote, everything, including those emails were in this.
I just want to make it known, because we're not going to watch a whole lot of this. What he read was a statement of what she's recalling from being a child too. The worst, probably one of the very worst moments, if not the worst moment of her life. And he read it publicly for content while monetizing it. I want to put that into perspective and continue to ram that into your heads. They are profiting off of these victims and their tragedies. What can you guys not understand? I just finally figured out you can shut your super chats off. You can shut monetization off on the videos. You have that option. But that mofo scrolled his Venmo, his Cash App, and accepted super chats the entire time. Well, re-victimizing this victim. Think about that. A fucking man re-victimized a child, basically. Because I don't care. That is raw and real from when she was a child and impacted her life forever. I absolutely cannot even get it. It's disgusting. He doesn't need, there's a lot about that. There's a lot about that. And he comes from an area that his family was a founding family here. Like the campground his family owned in that area, there's a lot of influence and stuff there too. Like it's bad enough as it is. No, Alberta and Stella, I understand. I am really sorry. This is very triggering, and that's why this is a very, very sensitive topic. In fact, hold on, let me switch banners out because this one would be better. Probably for the situation. I wouldn't go as far as that, Running Bear. Again, this is not a personal thing. Like, I wouldn't want that. I would never encourage that to be done to anybody. Him being a no brain on the internet is different than that. So let's not jump to that. Okay. I understand what you're saying, but we've got to be mindful, and we can't let our anger and frustration let us get on their level of saying things that, of that nature, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of questionable things, and I understand that. I get that, but we still gotta, we can't stoop to their level if that's what I'm getting at. Okay, let me continue a little bit longer in this.
The exhibits, nothing was redacted. There's just so much shit in that 19 pages of a court document that just seems so off. It was written poorly. There were certain aspects of it that I just felt so mad about it. Yes. And so then Justin trying to be first at everything, right? Because, and this is his MO. And Pigeon, I'll explain a little bit. He's a creator. This is his MO. This is what he does. He feels like he's got some information. He wants to be the first to report it, and he does it. He did that with the Quentin Simon case, where he told people that they had found Quentin Simon's body. He misinformed the crowd. Okay, thank you. It started with Jose Roma. This is deeply rooted for this creator. I mean, he wants.
I forgot he did that too. I forgot that he did the Quentin Simon thing with announcing that. I forgot about that. Freaking disgusting. So think of all that stuff in 6 months. It was Jose, Marvon. I just, Quentin Simon, Kylie Rodney, and now this. And he's been on here for a year. Yeah, Misinformation Cronies was the best name for them, and I had no idea how far this would go. Time and time again. And we need clip channels, just so you know. If you're a clip channel and you cover Justin, please tell us, because people need to see him. I don't know why he doesn't get the same amount of exposure. I can't stand watching him. That's why I don't hardly ever cover him, because he actually makes me so angry. He triggers something deep inside me, and I'll be honest about that. It's bad. Yeah, yes, and I'm sure she's got all of that too. Yep. This is all stuff that he's done. Yes. Yeah, the Summer Wells case, they've been trying to go back to it. And that's not always done. I'm sure we could go look at, multiple cases before that. I'm sure there was stuff there too. Yep, Justin deserves it. It's time. It's absolutely time for the heat to be on there, because this is not acceptable. 4 of them taken down heels. 4 of them. Wow. Yes, he also used SNBC. Justin was a part of announcing the death hoax. That's why I'm saying, like in the Marvon story, they did so many different things. They were a part of that death hoax. Justin was the one that confirmed with the SNBC. That was on his live stream that happened. Then Molly shouted it out when she was live with Betty during that. Justin was a part of that. And then he used SNBC 13 as another source again. And it's not a reputable source at all. Like 100% not a reputable source. They will sell their soul for a freaking dollar. Agreed, Running Bear. 100%. Yeah. QB, there's so much about that I really want to talk about with the Jose stuff and so many questions. That story bothers the shit out of me, and I can't believe that people have skirted over it and shut up about it. I understand that out of respect for his family, they don't want to be involved. 100% okay. But we need to talk about what the fuck happened to that man and what the hell was done to him by the content creators trying to exploit his tragedy. I have a clip Justin saying something about bragging about buying him boots, oh, well, the man eventually ended up losing his life. Somehow, some way. I mean, people have confirmed certain things, and other people say it's not, so on and so forth. It doesn't matter. The man is gone. And social media absolutely played a hand in it. It's disgusting. Okay, let's continue to go. Yes, Amethyst, 100%. Yeah, Justin needs to. Yeah, not another housewife. Yeah, we talked about that one too. He did the unblurring of the photos. He announced the death hoax. He was in on passing off misinformation in the Marvon story from the get-go and setting up a narrative there and continuing to run with the narrative. He read out those police reports and all 29 calls to, or however many calls there was to the house. I can't remember the number at this time. It was a lot that they sat there and read and tried to twist and turn into all of these things over years of stuff that they tried to use to paint a narrative. Don't worry. There's some shit coming up, and some of y'all are about to get slapped in the. Oh, anyways. Okay. Let me go on to this. This is really, what is illusion? Who is illusion and what does illusion want? They obviously need attention. I see people trying to talk to him. There is so many weird people. There is this new Corey Chainsaw B something tagging me in posts constantly talking about my monetization and stuff. I don't have time for these people. Just ignore them. Put them in timeout. If I can find them, I will. It just gets annoying. They just are trying. This is another one of those things. They're the distraction techniques. When people start talking about the shit that they do, they send people in. They cannot. Yeah, Spanky simps they're a different breed. But remember, he doesn't work alone. That mofo works with a team of people. And ICU and Goose are 2 of them. I have heard Justin, and I have clips of Justin stopping midstream and saying, ICU, can you send me that information? So, yes, I did block her. But she constantly, no, Corey, Chainsaw, something, whatever. I don't fucking know. I've blocked her, but she continues. I get notifications on the daily. So, yeah. Yeah, it's been nonstop, and I've already explained everything with my monetization, me turning it on and off. I'm just done with these people. They're so stupid. Anyways, moving on.
Wants to be on top, and he has been just 1, 2, 3 wanting to anything. Like he'll do anything to just get the click and the view, and you could see it. Like the man wears orange makeup. But you could tell in his face when he gets flustered by the fact that he's not first or he's not there. It is so weird. This calm demeanor, which, by the way, I had a lot of people of his camp. I don't understand what the big deal is. Justin is really nice. I don't care that he's nice. I don't give a shit. The other person said, well, you guys need to work together in this. Why don't you contact him? It is not my job to contact the other creator and let him know, hey, you've doxed this victim. Her social is up. Guys, a lot of people know her social, right? You know, the number that you're supposed to be protecting, because you can easily put it on a website and do some type of identity theft on a person. Yeah, that. It's got nothing about being nice. It's nothing. Jen says, I sent you a message on Facebook. Please read it. I will definitely go on to my messenger right now as well. So people were, I guess, just justifying the situation. Well, he's a very nice guy. Like, you know, that's not what this is about. I don't care that he's a nice guy. That's not what this is about. This is not what this is about. And I don't understand the justification of it. I don't get it.
There shouldn't be any. There should not be a single person that is justifying any of this. Yeah, heels in the air. His teammate JLR. I'm sorry, but those two together give me a whole lot of anxiety and unwell feelings. They are both absolutely reckless creators, in my opinion. They are absolutely dangerous to victims and their families. Constantly re-victimizing these people, constantly putting out misinformation, constantly not going back and correcting it, not taking information down, nothing. There is no follow through, no follow up, no nothing. They put it out, they don't go back, they don't give a shit. They might delete a video or private it. They don't really delete shit, they private them until the heat gets turned up. This guy needs to be called out and continue to be called out. He has had his hand in so many things, it's not even cool. Heels, I've heard that, and that scares me. Please also go follow Heels in the Air. They are another great channel. There's a shit ton of channels in here right now, a shit ton of amazing channels. If you do Justin content, please let people in the comments know so they can follow you, because Spanky needs his ass called up.
Give me one sec, guys. Yes, I've seen, I have not seen that one, but I'll check it out later. Jen, thank you for the heads up. So, thank you. That's seriously. And there's a comment out there, and I responded and I said, I don't care that he's nice. They said to me, does it have to be reported to the authorities? Yeah, it does. Because if that was my social up there, I would be reporting it to the authorities. Is it really that big of a deal? Yes, it is. It is. It is to the so many people that commented under there. It is to the people that told him that he needed to get it together. It is to the people that supporters of his messaged me and said, Rabbit, I'm so mad. He left it up. He didn't just leave it up for, you know, an hour. Oh shit, I messed up. No, he left it up for over 18 hours, because when I woke up this morning, that video was still up. Let's not get confused about it. It would be one thing to say, you know what? It was a mistake. Shit happens, right? Absolutely. He owes more than that. I would agree. When he got called out for the Quentin Simon thing, he apologized on his community thing, right? I have the video downloaded, screen recorded, and everything. I have the link to it so that everything is set up for YouTube, so that YouTube knows exactly what video to look at. He was drinking his Coke, okay, while her information sat up there. Didn't give a shit. Did not give a shit whatsoever. Thank you. And I support you. Thank you, Jen. Let's quit re-victimizing the victims. Thank you for speaking up. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know that I have a lot of supporters of his that come over here and they try to justify and apologize his behavior. You're not that creator. That's not you.
She's right. She's 100% right. That's all we're going to watch of it. I encourage you to go watch the rest of it on her channel and watch what she goes into and shows you. But we're going to go over and take a look at Justin's channel. That's what we're going to do because I want to show you guys something. As we all know, this is definitely not his first go around with exploiting tragedies. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. I'm going to roll this down. Okay, so we're going to go into first his live section. We looked at this the other day. Again, this is Spanky's channel, Justin, Justice for All, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Messy ass, no integrity having, monotone sounding, careless creator, I guess is what you could call him. But I just want you guys to look at this for a minute. All right. We're going to go to, so this is all like the end of Summer Wells' story. They had been going on Summer Wells for quite some time. And then he starts going into Dre McRae 6 months ago. That's why I ended up over here, was the Marvon McRae story. He continues on with the Dre story. Most of that, though, they did do on Molly's, but he still has, quite a few. He threw in Summer in there too. Back to Dre, Summer, Dre. And meanwhile, he don't forget that he claimed, and dragged Dre all over the internet for selling the Special K. Meanwhile, he sold it himself. Like, the guy's a judgmental prick. But he hides a lot of dark shit on his own. Marvon, Dre, Marvon. Look at this. Then you go into Kylie Rodney. Study session and the amount of time he put into these with no new information. Mind you, there was no new information. This is all Kylie Rodney. Then Julissa Fuentes, Kylie Rodney, Justice for Marvon, Dre again, more Kylie Rodney. This is just all victims and their tragedies. Kylie Rodney, Lori and Chad Daybell, Kylie Rodney. Oh my God. Kylie Rodney, Summer Wells, Kylie Rodney, Daybells. Another story that they tried to get kicked off. Kylie Rodney, Delphi murders, Debbie Collier, bullshit, Havana syndrome, Debbie Collier. I mean, come on. Now the California serial killer that popped out. Then he went into Quentin Simon. God, this makes me sick looking at it. Quentin Simon, Summer Wells, and then he starts overlapping them. But let's get up here. This is all Quentin Simon, Michael Vaughn. And that was terrible too. They tried going there, even though the mom had asked them to stop. And again, I'm sending love and hugs to all of the families that they do this to. This is absolutely disgusting. And the victims themselves, like, this is just gross. And then he couldn't really get anything to kick off until the Idaho case. And now look at this. The Idaho case has pretty much all been, I mean, there's a few overlap and updates of other stories, but he has been milking this Idaho 4 situation time and time again. All of this. They have put out so much misinformation in that story and never went back and corrected it either. Also, he's got videos up here too. Not as many, but same fucking thing. Same thing. Time and time again. Yeah, his people condone it. His people give excuses for it. Meanwhile, 48 hours earlier, my channel blew up because Molly and him got into a little bit of an argument over my personal information. This man's a complete slime ball, a complete and utter slime ball. So he doesn't have respect for other creators using fair use to review their content and call them out on their disgusting behavior. Why would we expect them to have any integrity or moral compass when it comes to victims? And people are, they're okay with this. You guys are paying and tipping this man for this. He's a freaking scumbag. And that's my opinion based on the facts of who he is, because he's shown you time and time again. Why are we raising this up and saying this is okay? If this was your child that this was done to, I don't care if that the child is now an adult, I would hope you feel some sort of way for this. I would hope that you, yes, Nunya, I forgot he was a part of that too. Jersey, yep, background check, yep. Why do you have her? Every time somebody calls them out on their behavior, they get your personal information. Remember that. It's a fact. Why would Molly in the middle of the night be calling Justin up for my information? Because she just learned about me. That's a different story. But they don't have integrity when it comes to other creators. Stop letting them fool you that they care about victims. They are trying to shut up other creators for calling them out on this poor behavior. Yeah, Obama, right? That's all level of low. Cancel all. It's pathetic. It is pathetic. That man lacks. I can't even call him a man. I look at Kyle as a man. I don't see him as a man. And that's not degendering or going at his gender. It's going at his behavior. A real man wouldn't do this type of shit. Well, a real human being with empathy wouldn't do this type of shit. Let's go there. Fuck out of here with, what if that was your kid, Justin? What if you had a daughter and that was your daughter? Yes, common decency. All of them do. None of them are decent human beings. Yeah, Keith, exactly. Keith would never, the people I know as men would never do shit like this. Never. Oh, I don't care about the makeup thing. A lot of men wear makeup that has nothing to do with anything. Like I love that some guys wear makeup that's here nor there. That has nothing to do with him being a piece of shit. It has nothing to do with him being a piece of shit. His gender, his sexuality, none of that stuff. Him wearing makeup, none of that stuff has anything to do with him being a piece of shit. That's the pieces of him that I would actually like. And like, the makeup stuff like that. This shit here is disgusting. Exactly. They would never. Exactly. That's what, yeah. It has nothing to do with that. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm keeping this short. I'm keeping it to an hour tonight. I didn't intend on. And you guys can have your own personal feelings. Again, we're open to all opinions. That's just my personal belief on it. Like, I can look past that stuff and still see he's a piece of shit. Like, he's a piece of shit. He has re-victimized victims time and time again. I encourage you to please go check out Down the Rabbit Hole News' videos on this. She goes into more details. Ikmel also did some stuff on it. You can watch that piece of shit's content if you want. Please don't give him a view, in my opinion. I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything, but he doesn't deserve it. That is absolutely not stuff that we should be elevating and praising, is content of that nature. Oh, Megs, you're good. No, you're good. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, it's bad. All right, y'all. I'm going to keep it short. Please, again, go sub up to Down the Rabbit Hole News. Clip channels. Please, I know I'm asking for a favor, though. Can we turn up the heat a little bit on Spanky this week? Because he deserves it. Can we maybe give a history lesson? I'll help out too. Of all the shit he's done to victims and their families over the last year. he just celebrated his year here. So we should just give him a celebration gift and show him what the hell he's done to all these victims and their families. I think it's only fair. Yes, the clip channels are absolutely amazing. Yes, Lippy does clips too. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And if you guys message me and say, hold on, sis. If you message me and say, hey, like, this is what I'm doing or whatever.
I need your phone real quick.
Okay, hold on. If you are a clip channel and putting content out and you don't want to put it in here, but you want to message me, go ahead and I'll share your links too. I have no problem. I share everybody's links out. So thank you all for being here. I hope you guys have a good night. I will see you guys possibly tomorrow. So I have something else. And this week is going to be a little shell shocking. So buckle up because we've got some shit we're going to talk about. And it involves the misinformation cronies once again. So we're going to turn up the heat a notch over here because they like to read police reports all the time and break all of this stuff down. But then when police reports don't go their way, they don't like to read them. Okay. Anyways, have a good night, y'all. Be safe if you go out on Saturday night. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend.